Hello everyone, myself Bismi Picharian, Assistant Professor at Suresh Gyan Vihar University. Today I'm going to discuss about the TIMS. Okay, so this TIMS is the Text Information Management System, and this system is used in the preclinical development system. Okay, so in this TIMS we are using in the preclinical development for maintaining or for managing all the text document. Learning objectives. This lesson will help the students to understand what is TIMS and what are the uses of the TIMS in the preclinical development. Outcomes. After this lesson, students will be able to describe the TMS. Okay, all the things about the TMS, the students will be able to describe. So TIMS stands for the Text Information Management System. Okay, so this is again the software we are using in the preclinical development, same like the LIMS and the CDS. CDS stands for the chromatographic data system, as well as the LIMS stands for the Laboratory Information Management System. In the CDS, we are managing all the chromatographic data. Okay, so all the chromatographic data we are managing in the CDS. Okay, so CDS, so these three CDS, TIMS, LIMS, these three are the software we are using in the preclinical development. So CDS, with the help of the CDS, we can only manage the chromatographic data. Okay, and with the help of the LIMS we can manage all the things that is means in the laboratory, means all the chromatographic data, all the data about the stability studies. Okay, all the data about all the things we can manage through the LIMS. Okay, so next is the TIMS. Okay, TIMS is again using in the preclinical development. So with the help of the TIMS, all the documents, okay, all the documents that is prepared by the scientists or the researchers, they are maintained in the TIMS. Okay, so the Text Information Management System, okay, the name Text Information Management System is not as widely used as the name Laboratory Information Management System, because the Laboratory Information Management System is widely used in the preclinical development, but this text document also we are using for the documentation. Okay, for the documentation purpose we are using the TIMS. Okay, but the laboratory information management system is more widely used in the particular area. Nevertheless, the text document management system is essential in the preclinical development. Okay, so this LIMS is more widely used, but the text document management system is also the main factor or the essential software we are using in the preclinical development. Why we are using this TIMS in the preclinical development system? Because to manage all the text documents. Okay, in the preclinical development there are lots of reports, there are lots of documents that are generated by the scientists, so that all the things, that all the data, that all the documents, that is managed in the TIMS. Okay, so the text document management system is essential in preclinical development because huge number of the text documents and other related information such as images, drawings and photographs are generated in the area. Okay, so in the preclinical development, huge number of the text documents and other information such as images, drawings, photographs. Okay, images, drawings and the photographs and the huge number of the documents are generated in the preclinical development. Okay, so all the things, all the documents, all the information, means drawing, photographs, images, that are the things, the informations are considered as intellectual property and required protection and easy access. Okay, so this is maintained by through the TIMS. Okay, so the text information management system is not widely used as the name laboratory information management system. Nevertheless, the text document management system is essential in the preclinical development. Okay, so this text document management system is essential in the preclinical development because there are huge number of the text documents and other related informations are generated in the preclinical sorry in the preclinical development area. Okay, so these all the information that are intellectual, that are considered as intellectual properties, and they require the protection and easy access. Okay, so these all are the documents that are these all are the documents considered as the intellectual property and require more protection and easy access. One of the characteristics of the pharmaceutical industry is large quantities of the paperwork. So in the pharmaceutical industry, there are lots of paperworks. Okay, in the pharmaceutical industry, particularly in the area of GMP and the GLP. Okay, in the area of goods manufacturing practices and the goods laboratory practices, there are lots of paperworks. Okay, so that is means that paperwork, that all the things in the we are managing through the TIMS. Okay, so TIMS is the software where we can manage all the documents are generated in a particular area. Okay, so the slogan documentation is necessary in the preclinical development as well as in the pharmaceutical industry. Documentation is a compulsory process. So the documentation, all the documentation we can manage through the TIMS. The scientists in the preclinical development spend a quite large percentage of their working time writing compound documents. Okay, so scientists, okay, in the preclinical developments, there are lots of scientists working in the preclinical development, and they are spending a quite large percentage of their working time. Okay, they are spending quite large percentage of their working time to write all the documents. Okay, all the reports or the documents. Okay, so they are spending lots of the time in the preclinical development, because the preclinical development as well as in the pharmaceutical industry, there are lots of there are lots of paperwork. So all the paperwork the scientists have to write in the all the paperwork that is maintained or written by the scientists. Report generation, review, approval, filing, and the retrieval process can be very inefficient. Okay, so to generate the report, review the report, approval of the report, filing and retrieval process can be very inefficient or even bureaucratic in the pharmaceutical company because of the strict regulation. Okay, so this report generation, review, approval, and the filing and the retrieval process can be very inefficient or even bureaucratic in the pharmaceutical company because of the strict regulation. Because in the pharmaceutical company and in the preclinical development area, there are lots of paperwork, so that may be inefficient. Okay, that may be inefficient while we are writing in the paper or paper, or we are generating the if we are going to generate the reports, we are reviewing and approving, filing, all the process, it can be very inefficient. The following scenario could be seen often as recently in the late 90s, means TIMS scenario could be seen often as the recently as the late 1980s. The scientist will prepare his report with one type or another of the text or graphic software, often through the multiple cut and paste procedure to include pictures and the images. Okay, so in the TIMS is TIMS came in the market as the late 1980s. Okay, so what the scientists do, scientist would prepare his report. Okay, prepare his report with the one type or another text or graphic software. Okay, often through multiple cut and paste procedure to include pictures and the images. Okay, why the scientists they are using the cut and paste procedure to include the pictures or the images. Okay, so the scientist also use the one type or another type, means mixed type of the text or graphic software. Okay, through and the scientists work through the multiple cut and paste procedure to include all the pictures and the images. Then the scientist would make hard copies of the report. Okay, so this is before the TIMS coming. Okay, so this is the before TIMS. So what the scientists do, scientists prepare his report with one type or another type of the text and the graphic software. Okay, and this scientists they are using the multiple cut and paste procedure to include pictures or the images. Okay, And after preparing his report, the scientist would make a hard copy. Okay, by printing out the soft copy, printing out of the soft copy, the scientist make the hard copy of the reports for review by the managers and the department head. Okay, so after the preparation of the reports by the scientist, that report has to go to the manager or the department head for reviewing that particular document. Okay, after that, after all the corrections were made, okay, if there is any correction, okay, if there is any correction in the hard copy, that all the correction were made, the scientist would print out another copy for the QA auditor. Okay, so if the manager or the head of the department, if they will say any correction to the particular hard copy after to the scientist, okay, after that the scientist make all the correction in the particular software. Okay, if the particular software, by using similar procedure, cut and paste procedure. Okay, with the help of the cut and paste procedure, the scientists make all the correction whatever the manager or the head of the department said. Okay, after all the correction were made by the scientist would print out another copy. Okay, the scientist would print out another copy for the QA auditor for the auditing. Okay, so the for auditing also, the scientists would print out another copy after all the correction were made. Okay, and this is only done for the documents used for the submission. Okay, so the auditing is only for the document that is used for the submission. Okay, it could take months before the report was finally ready. So this auditing could take months before the report was finally ready to be filed in the company record center, and where photocopies and the microfilms were made and the indexing took place. Okay, so this is before the TIMS. This is the method the scientists follow. Okay, so what the scientists do, scientists make all his report with one type or another text or the graphic software, often through the multiple cut and paste procedures. Okay, by using the cut and paste procedure, the scientists make all his reports. Okay, and then he or she include all the pictures and the images through the multiple cut and paste procedures. After preparing his report, okay, after preparing his report, the scientists, they have to take the hard copy, or they have to print out the hard copy of the particular reports, and for reviewing the manager, for reviewing by the managers and the department head. Okay, and after that reviewing by the manager and the department head, if there is any correction, okay, if there is any correction, the manager will say to the will inform to the scientist. Okay, then after that, scientists may do all the corrections. Okay, all the correction, and after all the correction were made by the scientists have to take another printout of this hard copy. Okay, another printout to give for the auditing to the QA, that is also given to the QA auditor for the auditing purpose, and auditing is only for the document that is used for the submission. This could take time. Okay, this could take time. So this is the procedure the scientists applied. Okay, the scientists, they are used before the TIMS. Okay, before the TIMS, first they have to take the printout, and after the correction, or the correction, okay, only the manager or the head of the department do, they'd only inform to the scientist if there is any correction is there. Okay, and after that, the scientist himself or herself make all the corrections. Okay, and after that, they have to take another printout for the auditing also. Okay, so this is the procedure before the TIMS. Okay, when an end user needed a copy of the report. Okay, so in the preclinical development, who is the end user? The researchers are the end user. Okay, when the end user needed a copy of the report, he would have to make a request to the record center. Okay, after auditing all the things by the QA auditor, that report or that file is submitted to the record center of the organization. Okay, organization collect all the final report of the any of the means research, okay, the record center have collect all the final reports. Okay, if the end user needed a copy of the report, okay, if the end user needed a copy of the report, he would have to make a request. Okay, so end user, they have to make a request to the record center for a hard copy. Okay, for a hard copy they have to make a request to the record center, because the record center have all the record, all the final records. Okay, so from the record center only the end user can collect the hard copy. Okay, so when the TIMS is used, so this is before the TIMS. Let's discuss after the TIMS what we can do with the help of the TIMS. Okay, so when the TIMS is used in today's workflow, the scientists can use a report template to facilitate report writing. So TIMS contains the report templates. Okay, TIMS, in the TIMS software there is a report template. Okay, and that the report template is used by the scientist to facilitate the report writing. Okay, so that report template is used by the scientist to facilitate the report writing. Some cut and paste procedures are still needed to include data and figures. Okay, in the TIMS also some cut and paste procedures are still needed. Okay, but before the TIMS, all the images, all the drawings, we can include through only through the cut and paste methods. Okay, but after the TIMS, some little bit cut and paste processes are still needed to include all the data and the figures. Okay, so in the TIMS software there is a report template, and that is used by the scientists to facilitate the report writing, but still some cut and paste procedure is also necessary in the TIMS. Okay, after the draft report is completed, okay, after the draft report is completed by the scientist can send the reviewers, okay, an electronic link for the document. Okay, what the scientists do here with the help of the TIMS, the scientists can send the electronic link. Okay, the scientists can send the electronic link to the reviewer. Who is the reviewer here? The manager and the head of the department. Okay, so the scientists can send the electronic link, okay, electronic link of the document to the reviewer for reviewing all the things. Okay, the reviewer can review the documents. Okay, with the help of the TIMS itself, the reviewer or the manager, they can review the document and make changes and the correction. Okay, they can make changes and the correction with the help of the tracking change function. Okay, they can means reviewer can review the document. Okay, they have to first review the document. After that they can make the changes and the correction with the tracking change function. Okay, in the TIMS itself there is a tracking change function. Okay, so the TIMS is a software, so in the particular TIMS there is a tracking change function. With the help of the tracking change function, the reviewer can make the changes and the correction, okay, with the help of the TIMS itself. Okay, after that, when the review is completed by the manager or the head of the department, the author can choose to accept the changes or deny them. Who is the author here? The scientist are the author. Okay, so the scientist can choose to accept the changes or deny them. Okay, if auditing is needed, the same process can be used. Okay, so if auditing is needed, the same process can be used. So before the TIMS, so this is we have discussed what is the procedure the scientists they are used in before TIMS and after TIMS. Okay, with the help of the TIMS and without the help of the TIMS. Okay, so the scientists they what they did in without the TIMS, first they have to prepare the files, okay, with the help of one software or two software. Okay, so there is no perfect software, means previous with before the TIMS. Okay, there is no perfect software before the TIMS, so the scientists have to choose the software according to their need. Okay, okay, so first of all the scientists they have to make the files, or they have to make the reports, okay, by using the cut and paste procedure to include all the data and the figures. Okay, after that, after preparing the reports, okay, after preparing the reports, the scientists they have to take the printout of the particular reports for giving to the reviewer. Who is the reviewer here? The manager or the head of the departments are the reviewer here. Okay, they will check all the documents. Okay, they will check all the documents that is made by the scientist. After checking all the documents, if there is any correction, they will inform to the manager, they inform to the scientist if there is any correction there. Okay, so after that the scientists make all the correction. Okay, after that scientists make all the correction in the particular files. Okay, after that the scientists again take the printout of the particular document. Okay, the scientists, they have to take another printout of the document. Okay, after that for which purpose they are taking another hard copy, another printout they are taking for the purpose of the auditing. Okay, and they are submitting to the QA reporter. Okay, QA reporter for the auditing. Okay, and the auditing is only for the final submission of the document. Okay, after auditing that all the documents that are submitted to the central location. Okay, central location. Okay, if the end user wants any reports, okay, if the end user wants any reports, they have to make a request to the central. Okay, central report site. Okay, central report site, they have to make a request. After only they can get the hard copy of the, means end user can get the hard copy of the particular document. Okay, so this is the method the scientists used before the TIMS. Okay, after the TIMS, what the changes are made by the scientists, means with the help of the TIMS, all the works work means they come very easy. So with the help of the TIMS, what the scientists do, means scientists, they can make the means they can make all the reports only they can make all the reports through the template. Okay, template, there is one template generator, template format is there. Okay, report template is there in a particular TIMS, that is used by the scientists to facilitate the report writing. Okay, with the help of the report template, the report writing is very easy. So the report template is present in the TIMS, that is used by the scientists to facilitate the report writing. Okay, and in the TIMS also, some cut and paste procedure are still needed. Okay, in the TIMS also some cut and paste procedures are still needed to include data and the figures. Okay, to include data and figures in the TIMS also some cut and paste procedures are still needed. After the draft report, okay, after the draft report is completed, the scientist can send the reviewer. Okay, the scientist can send the reviewer an electronic link. Okay, an electronic link for the document. Okay, so the scientists, what they do, they can send the electronic link to the scientist for, sorry, the scientist send the electronic link to the manager for reviewing the document. Okay, the reviewer or the manager can review the document. Okay, the reviewer or the manager can review the document and make the changes and the correction with the help of the tracking changes. Okay, in the TIMS there is a tracking change function. With the help of the tracking change function, the reviewer can review the document and make changes and the correction in the particular document. Okay, after that, when the review is completed by the manager, okay, when the review is completed by the manager, the author or the scientist, okay, the scientist can choose to accept and the changes, the scientist can choose to accept the changes or deny them. Okay, the author or the scientist can choose the accept means if there is any correction or changes made by the reviewer or the manager, okay, that the scientist can choose to accept the changes or deny them. Okay, if auditing is needed, the same process can be used. Okay, if auditing is needed, the same process can be used, means the scientists, they can send the electronic link of the document to the QA auditor. Okay, for auditing purpose. Okay, and if there is any means after the auditing, the QA report means after if there is any correction or not, that also the auditor also can change through the tracking change function. Okay, so the finalized document is issued within the TIMS. Okay, so the finalized document, okay, final document of the particular research, that is issued within the TIMS itself. Okay, so that is issued within the TIMS itself by adding an issue date and the signature. Okay, so in the finalized document, that is issued within the TIMS by adding issue date and the signatures if necessary, and converting into an unalterable PDF file. Okay, if necessary, that is converted into the unalterable PDF file. Okay, if necessary only. Okay, so final document is present in the TIMS itself. Okay, but before the TIMS, so that all the final document are present in the center. Okay, so from where we can collect all the things, record center is there. Okay, from where we can collect all the final documents of, means hard copy of the final document. But with the help of the TIMS means TIMS contain, or TIMS collect all the final documents. Okay, all the final documents that is issued within the TIMS itself. Okay, and with the the final document is means that contain the issue date and the signature. If necessary only, they can be converted into the unalterable PDF also. If necessary, the all the documents, they can be converted into the unalterable PDF file. Future changes made after issuance are captured through the version control. Okay, so means once the report file is generated in the TIMS, if there is any future change, okay, if then we have to make any future changes, okay, so that are captured through the version control. Okay, end user can also access the issued document electronically or remotely. Okay, so in this TIMS, because TIMS contain all the final documents, so end user can also access, okay, also access the issued document electronically or the remotely. Okay, so this TIMS is very useful. Okay, so the comparison of new process versus the old one has demonstrated and the advantages of the TIMS. Okay, so the comparison of the new process versus the old one has the demonstrated the advantages. So there is lots of advantages are there with the with means advantages of the TIMS are there, because okay, before the TIMS, the scientists have to prepare, have to choose the software. Okay, have to choose the software according to their need. Okay, they have to make all the images and all the figures, means that are all that is also included only through the cut and paste procedure. Okay, but in the TIMS, so in the with the help of the TIMS, the scientist can write the report with the help of the report template. Okay, with the help of the report template, the writing of the report is very easy. Okay, with the use of the report templates, the we can write the reports very easily. So that is the one first advantage. Okay, the report the scientist can write very easily. Okay, the report written by the scientist is made with the help of this TIMS is very easily. Second one is there is no need to take the hard copy. Okay, there is no need to print out the hard copy with the help of the TIMS. Okay, so then that is another benefit or another advantage of the TIMS. Next advantage is the reviewing of the particular document. Okay, reviewing of the particular document can made through the electronically transferred document. Okay, so there is again no need of to take the printout and all. Okay, so because that document we can transfer through the electronically. Okay, we can transfer electronic link of the document to the reviewer. Okay, so there is no need to take the hard copy. Okay, so that is another advantage. Okay, next is the reviewer can make the changes through the tracking function. Okay, in the TIMS there is one tracking function. So with the help of the tracking function, the means the scientist, means the reviewer, the manager, they can make the changes through the tracking function. Okay, and last means the next advantage is the scientist can accept the change or deny the change. That is again the benefit. Okay, the means the correction or changes is decided by the scientist itself. Okay, scientists, they can decide all the changes, or they can deny the changes that is done by the managers. Okay, so that is again the benefit of the TIMS. So there are lots of benefits. Okay, next benefit or next advantage is that they all the reports, okay, all the reports, they can generated in the TIMS itself and issued in the TIMS itself. Okay, but before the TIMS, the all the things, all the final documents, they are means they are collected in the report center. Okay, there is one report center. All the final documents are collected by the report center, but in the TIMS, the final documents are issued in the TIMS itself. So end user can access, okay, end user can access the issued document electronically or the remotely. But before the TIMS, end user have to make the request to the report center. Okay, first they have to make the request to the report center for getting all the document in the hard copy. Okay, but in the with the help of the TIMS, the end user can access the issued document electronically or the remotely. Comparison of the new process versus old one has the demonstrated the advantages of the TIMS. So these all are the advantages of the TIMS. Okay, so this is TIMS is again very useful in the preclinical development. Documentation requirements in the preclinical development. Okay, how many documents are required? Okay, which type of the documents are required in the preclinical development? Let's discuss about that. In preclinical development, the GMP or the GLP regulations, okay, GMP or the GLP regulations are enforced not only for the scientific data but also for the text documents. Okay, in preclinical development, the GMP or GLP regulations are enforced not only for the scientific data but also for the text document. Okay, scientific data, the GMP regulations. Okay, GMP regulations is for the scientific data and the text document. Okay, this section discusses several types of the controlled text document used in the preclinical development. Okay, so GMP or the GLP section discusses several types of the controlled text document used in the preclinical development. Most of these documents are managed by the fully validated TIMS. Okay, fully validated TIMS is very costly. So the means all the software means CDS, LIMS, TIMS, these all are the software are very costly. Okay, so documentation means all the documentation of the GMP and the GLP that are and means that are enforced by the means that all the regulations are enforced for the scientific data as well as the text document. Okay, and all the documents that are managed by the fully validated TIMS. Okay, product specification documents and analytical test method. Okay, product specification for the product specification document and the analytical test method. In the preclinical development, there are these are the important document. Okay, so in the preclinical development, product specification documents and the analytical test method, these are the important documents. They evolve along with the development phase. Okay, as the development phases gradually increases, so all the documents also gradually increases along with the development phases. Drug substances and the products for clinical trials are tested based on these documents. Okay, so the drug substance and the product for the clinical trials are tested based on these documents, and so are the stability samples. Okay, so stability samples. Okay, stability samples, drug substances, products for the clinical trials are tested based on these documents. So the documents are necessary for doing all the stability samples, or for doing all the drug substances and the products for the clinical trials. So documents are necessary part. Okay, so all the documents we can collect from the TIMS itself. And product specification documents, analytical test method in preclinical development, these are the important document. Okay, so the product specification document and analytical test method. Okay, there are lots of methods. Okay, there are lots of analytical methods to do the stability studies. Okay, to do the stability studies, or to identify the drug substances or identify the drug product. Or okay, there are lots of standard analytical methods are there. Okay, also that all the methods are we can manage in the TIMS also. Okay, all the product specification document. Okay, the specification of the all the product document. Okay, so that all the things we can manage it through the TIMS. So first one is the GMP GLP regulations, mean all the scientific data and all the text document. Okay, all the scientific data, all the text documents we can manage through the TIMS. Okay, this section discuss several type of the controlled text document used in the preclinical development. Okay, so there are lots of controlled text documents that are used in the preclinical development. Okay, so this GMP GLP regulations are enforced for the scientific data and the text document. Okay, so these are the documents required in the preclinical development. Next is product specification document and the analytical method. Okay, analytical method and a product specification document is needed in the preclinical development. Next is drug substances and the products. Okay, drug substances and the products for the clinical trials are tested. Okay, the drug process and the product for the clinical trial are tested. Okay, test of the drug substance and the product, that is based on these documents. And so are the stability sample also. Okay, stability samples also tested on based on these documents. It is critical to ensure that the analyst will perform the right test against the right specification. Okay, it is critical to ensure that the analyst will perform the right test against the right specification. Okay, there are right specification is there in the particular TIMS, but it is critical to ensure that the analyst will perform the right test against the right specification with the correct version of the test method. Okay, so this is the critical phase. Okay, this is the critical phase. Therefore a mechanism must be in the place to control these documents. Okay, so therefore a mechanism must be in place to control these documents. So this can be done manually or with the TIMS. So in the TIMS there is a mechanism to control all these documents. Okay, that we can do manually or with the help of the TIMS. Okay, so it is very critical to ensure that the analyst will perform the right test against the right specification. Okay, because the analysts are human being and there are chances of the mistakes. Okay, so this is the critical phase to do the right test against the right specification. Okay, so to avoid these things, there's a mechanism that must be in the place to control these documents, that we can do with the help of we can do manually or with the help of the TIMS. Okay, so a manually controlled system. Okay, a manually controlled system would require the analyst to sign out hard copies of the document from the center location. Okay, if we are doing that particular mechanism manually, so what we have to do, what we have to do, the analyst, okay, the analyst sign out. Okay, and analyst print out the hard copy of the document from the central location, because all the means all the documents are present in the central location before the TIMS. Okay, so we can do manually also, but the analyst they have to print out the hard copies of the document from the central location. Okay, after testing is done, the analyst would have to return these control document to the central location. Okay, after test is done. Okay, after test is done, the analyst would have to return these control documents to the central location. Okay, sometimes mistakes can be made with regard to the correct document, and this will result in repetition unnecessary investigation. Okay, so the manually controlled system that require the analyst to sign out the hard copies of the document from the central location after the testing is done. Okay, after the testing is done, the analyst would have to return these controlled document to the central location. Okay, they have to return all these documents to the central location. Sometimes mistakes can be made. Okay, sometimes mistakes can be made with regard to the correct documents, and this will result in repetition and the unnecessary investigation. Okay, if the mistake can made, okay, if the mistake can be made in the testing, so there is a we have to do the repeat test. Okay, we have to do all the investigation. So this is the thing. Okay, this is the thing, means the analyst have to take the printout from the central location, and after the testing is done, the analyst would have to return these controlled documents to the central location. Okay, sometimes mistakes can be made with regard to the correct documents, and this will result in repetition and unnecessary investigation. Okay, but if the TIMS is implemented, okay, if the TIMS is implemented, the analyst can obtain the document from the secure database. Okay, the analyst can obtain the document from the secure database, and then document should be destroyed after the test is completed. Okay, so if if we are doing with the help of the TIMS, the mechanism, the analyst can obtain, the analyst can obtain the documents. Okay, analyst can obtain the documents from the secure database, and then documents should be destroyed after the test is completed. So this is the difference between the manually and the with the help of the TIMS. Okay, so it is critical. So it is very critical phase to ensure that the analyst will perform the right test against the right specification. So therefore a mechanism must be in place to control this document. Okay, that can be done manually or with the help of the TIMS. Okay, if we are doing manually that thing, the analyst they have to take the printout from the, they have to take the printout from the central location. Okay, after testing is done, the analyst would have to return that control document to the central location again. Okay, sometimes mistakes can be made. Okay, if we are taking the wrong hard copy of wrong hard copy, so if mistakes can be made. Okay, and that result repetition work. Okay, that results repetition work and unnecessary investigation also. But with the help of the TIMS, the analyst can obtain the document from the secured database. Okay, the analyst can obtain the document from the secured database, and they can, and all the documents can be destroyed after the test is completed. So with the help of the TIMS, all the work is very easy. Okay, so this is the difference between the we can manually and with the help of the TIMS. So TIMS we are using for the managing all the text document in the GMP GLP area or in the preclinical development area. Okay, so all the text documents that are managed in the TIMS. Okay, and this TIMS make all the work very easy. Okay, this make all the works very easy to the scientists. So this is the TIMS. Let's see some MCQs regarding this topic. So what is TIMS? Okay, so technology information system, text information management system, both or none. So the correct answer is text information management system. Text documents and other related information such as images, drawings, and the photographs are managed in. Okay, text document and other related information such as images, these all are managed by the TIMS. Okay, TIMS can manage all the document, means all the text document and images, drawings, and the photographs. Okay, so the correct answer is A, TIMS. In preclinical development, which softwares are used? LIMS and the TIMS, hospital software, pharmacy software, databases. So the correct answer is LIMS and the TIMS. Okay, so correct answer is LIMS and the TIMS. Okay, in the preclinical development, we are using CDS, LIMS and the TIMS. Which software manage the text document? GLP, CDS, TIMS, and none. So CDS is for the managing the chromatographic data. GLP is goods laboratory practices. So the software that manages the text document is TIMS. Okay, so the correct answer is TIMS. Next is cut and paste procedure. Okay, cut and paste procedures are needed to include data and figure. Which software need the cut and paste procedures? So the correct answer is TIMS. TIMS need the cut and paste procedures to include the data and figures. Okay, so the correct answer is this. So this is all about this TIMS topic. So this is reference. I hope everybody understood it very well. So thank you so much.